Woo woo. What's up, everybody? So, this is the first episode, podcast, whatever the fuck you want to consider this bitch. Ooh, some audio coming through that's not supposed to be there. All right, so, like I was saying, and it is going to be scuffed 100%. This is going to be my first attempt at this fucking shit. But, everybody, welcome to gather.net. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube and haven't been in the game for a while. So I figured, it's about time to come out of hiatus and try to do something. So this is my attempt. And I guess we're going to let's jump into some shit real quick. So I had everything lined up. So I guess what I'm going to do with this podcast is I'm just going to kind of like reach out to the fam, like you guys, you know what I mean? Like I feel that there's some channels that currently exist that do a way better job at keeping up with psychopathic news and keeping us informed than I really have the time and dedication I could even try to keep up with. So my plan is to kind of come on here at least once a week and maybe do like a brief what's happened in the world of psychopathic and news, what's going on with any of the new music, and kind of recap on what we're doing as juggalos. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people that I've come to into contact and have talked to now that are doing their own hustles. They've got their own gimmicks going. They're producing music, or they're making artwork, or they're doing scuffed ass podcasts on YouTube. And I couldn't think of a better way to help us all win, because honestly, that's what I'm about on this shit is we're all winning. You know what I mean? It's 2022. The world's already fucked up enough. We've only really got each other at this point. So why not all come up together? You know what I mean? So I guess to jump into I guess what would be my news recap, it would consist of like shit. I don't know. Juggalo Day weekend just passing, and unfortunately, I couldn't steal a skateboard and get all the way to Arizona to witness that and be there myself. But I know plenty of other ninjas that did, and from the footage that I've seen, it was fire as fuck. No body man in the chat. Whoop whoop. Michael Butthole in the chat. What's up, homie? See Bottle Boss in the chat. Whoop whoop. Big Bertha in the chat. Whoop whoop. So Juggalo Weekend just passed in Tucson, Arizona, and it was a 2-day event. Multiple headliners. ICP doing the first night of an 80s hair metal theme, producing a single called Devil in Leather, which was fresh as fuck. I actually had the time to sit down and listen to that, thanks to Quagsire Collectibles posting that for me. Shout out to that dude. Really wish I could have gone. I think there's a lot of us that really wish that they could have attended. I know that my heart yearns for a show ever since the gathering. Unfortunately, I work 2 fucking jobs now, so I really don't have the whole lot of time to attend and make clown shows. Especially fucking multiple states away. That's pretty hard for me. Travel's a bitch. See, what else could we fucking talk about on this motherfucker? This is so scuffed. Like, I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. When you start doing this stuff, I've realized, like, it all hits you at one time, and you got to figure out what the fuck, how do you transfer to the next bit of content. Day 2 of the fucking Juggalo Weekend. I know that I'm skipping out on what Ouija Mac did. I really didn't get a whole lot of time to catch up with all the headlining acts. I paid attention to the clowns and what they were doing pretty much each night, and when I was not working or sleeping. And night 2 kicked off, and it was wild. I really was reaching out to try to get my hands on one of those fucking ICP, the CD releases that they did that are selling for absorbently fucking retarded prices now. Like, I know the cassette tapes are like 500. I've seen that, and so there goes any chances of me getting any fucking hands on one of those. Um, let's see. God damn, this is fucking scuffed, bruh. I heard about ICP selling NFTs now, which is really cool. I guess for people like myself and Bartle and those dudes, and pretty much the elitists too, because those are going to get gobbled up pretty soon. But ICP releasing content in the form of NFTs that is like, so you can use their music in your podcast or whatever content you're trying to create and not worry about getting the DMCA claim. I know Twitch is really heavy about that shit. When I used to stream on Twitch, you would put like background music, some like house music or whatever the fuck it was over the stream to give you some background noise. And you get DMCA claimed real fucking fast because of their algorithms now. So now, but if you buy these NFTs that are probably going to sell for, the museum will probably have them for like your whole goddamn mortgage payment. Someone will probably flop one on goddamn museum for your mortgage. And you can have like chicken hunting on your fucking podcast as your intro or play in the background or on your stream, which I think is fresh. But I mean, unfortunately, I'm probably never going to get my hands on any of that shit. It's going to sell for ridiculous. But I mean, I don't know. I've heard a lot of different like people kind of talk about that because some people think it's fresh, some people don't. They don't really understand the whole NFT, and it's like purchasing in a non-physical object, but you have the rights to it. Like you're the only person that has anything to claim to it. Like no one owns it but you at the time if you have the NFT purchased. I think that's how that works. It's one of those complicated things like Bitcoin and the blockchain. Um, but I mean, I know that NFTs sell, and it's like the new stock market trade. Over this week, we had the ICP Network Alien Disclosure or Exposure Show, whatever you want to call it. I thought it was fresh as shit, to be honest. We got to see Violent J talk about one of his, I guess, old but new passions, and which is UFO and UFO disclosure. And it was cool to see Rob and Jay talk about it and blow ideas off of each other. And Chad kind of like, he was involved, you could tell like Shaggy didn't really know what to think. I think he might be a skeptic a little bit, but he's, just chilling because Jay's his boy. And you got to fucking support your homies and what their fucking beliefs are. You know what I mean? And I really thought it was cool as they would bring up clips of, release footage on YouTube. And it was cool because you would see Rob talk about it. Jumpsteady talked about that shit. And Jay would divulge that information and you would see some like bits of shit that he remembered and it would click. And it was cool to watch that brother dynamic pop off about wild, crazy, mystic shit, Like to be still in the game and to have the persona in and out of camera and music and to hold the love that they do for each other and us is fucking phenomenal. I like their new studio setup that they put in for their Twitch network, which is fucking fresh as shit. There's so much room that they can do so much stuff in. And that makes me like really excited for like tomorrow's podcast, which is the talk show, the late night funhouse talk show. And I guess they bring in guests and talk about whatever topics it is. I know that I seen on Facebook today that their official page had released, I guess, ticket sales where you could go and be an audience member, I guess in person, which I think would be fresh as fuck to go to. 100%. To go to Jay's house where I guess it's taking place. That would be definitely a bucket list item for me to ever get to do for sure. Ouija Max going on tour. And I'm pretty sure, like, I think it starts tomorrow. It started yesterday, I think, in Minneapolis. Today's like Iowa City. Tomorrow's Indianapolis. No, tomorrow's Indianapolis. The 26th is West Chicago. The 27th is Fort Wayne, Indiana. The first is Dayton. The second is Allen Park. The third is Cleveland, Ohio. The fifth is Louisville, Kentucky. I guess he announced his mixtape, which is Fallen Angelic, and it's going to come out on April 1st, which is the only person that I've seen that has any footage of this is Humble Among. So check that motherfucker's YouTube out. He is the homie, and this is how I learned about it. Is he posted it on his YouTube, and it's really good quality. And Ouija pretty much asked the crowd to help announce his fucking music, and he announced it that it was going to be April 1st, but that release date's pretty sus. I don't know if it's a troll. That would be fucking hilarious if it was a troll and ended up dropping the second as a joke. But supposedly it's going to come out the first, so we'll see. What else has happened this week? Let's see. Oh yeah, Blase Rose's fucking new project, which is tr1.ne Trine or some shit. It's Blase Rose, Roxy Red, and the Goddess. And this is my take because I sit there, I seen this shit online this morning, and I thought, well, fuck, what is this going to be about? Is it going to be an ICP diss? Like, what is this shit? Is it going to be at least a J diss? And so I start listening to it, and I will say, as far as anything she's ever done previous, this is probably one of her better ventures back into music. I don't really know nobody, man. I can't really say that I'm familiar. I'm familiar with Blase Rose and Roxy Red. I don't really know who the other chick is. But I mean, it's like the unholy trinity, I guess, is what they're calling themselves or some shit. The music production's fire. I mean, it's Blase Rose lyrics. She's doing, I guess, better than she was before. I can't really say that I listen to a whole lot of her stuff. Oh, Bash covered it. Yeah. I didn't. I haven't been really around YouTube to see any of the stuff Bash has put out today. Sorry, Bash. My homie's been busy and being lazy. I can actually show you. I don't know if I can get in trouble. I shouldn't get in trouble. Where's it at? I probably shouldn't. Let's skip that shit. Yeah, Jay's backing her, which is, Jay's also said previous, like, once you're a psychopathic artist or you've done anything, like, you'll always be a psychopathic artist. So maybe he's just kind of like showing that support. Even though that it doesn't apply to other people like Twisted, because, they fucked off and did their own shit. And it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just true Juggalo shit. You just you don't hate, and you show support. No, you show support no matter what. Because at the end of the day, dude, we're all that we've got, no matter if we're fucked up people or not. I mean, we all make mistakes. I'm not sticking up for her at all. I'm just maybe trying to rationalize what Jay's thinking. But at the end of the day, we're all we got. No matter what past transgressions that you have with people, as long as it's not over that moral line of what you consider fucking or not. So maybe that's how Jay's looking at it. Who knows? Personally, that does fucking surprise me. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what else. ICP dropped, Psychopathic dropped merch on their website again, which is some shirts that, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really impressed with it. I think, honestly, the graphic work is kind of eh. They got some cool Wraith boys that I want to pick up, but I'm broke and can't afford shit like that. At least we're not right now. Fuck. What else can we talk about? I'm kind of running out of fucking steam and ideas already 15 minutes into this bitch. I was never a big talker in any of the other shit that I used to do, so it's kind of up to me now to keep it flowing here. I'm trying to get see what this other guy's doing, and here, let's do this. This is what we'll do. Let's do this. It's so, but the baseball jerseys are tight. Yeah, I actually picked up one of these boys off the merch site earlier last week, and it came in this morning, and it's screen printed, which is kind of disappointing, but it's fresh, dude. It's fresh. It's got really good coloring. The graphic is pretty well done. I mean, there's no like spots where they fucked it up, so I'm happy with it. It was only like $65, $68, 70, something like that, I think. But I rush ordered it, so it got here today. Open panel when you're out of topics. Oh yeah, dude, we'll do an open panel tonight for sure. For sure, gonna do an open panel. As long as it can stay fucking chill. I don't know who's all gonna jump around. The Wicked Vic poster, Tom Wood showed off with the pearly white teeth. I haven't actually got to see that yet. Anything Tom Woods does is fucking tight as fuck. And I really wish that I could afford a lot of his artwork. Like, I'm actually thinking about purchasing one of those blankets that he's got posted up on Amazon. For sure. Super fresh. Big Bertha says it is super fresh. And I mean, for only like what, $150, you can get some Tom Woods fucking blanket up on your fucking naked ass when you're pounding heading or skating on it, whatever you want to do. I mean, that's what I would do. I got the link out. Someone needs to check their inbox. And I'm steamrolling 99%. Let's see. I really was super underprepared for some of this. Like, I didn't realize that I was going to roll through topics as quick as I did. But I think I'm about to open this bitch up, to be completely honest, because that's like kind of wanted to what I wanted to do. It literally, you're gonna get my takes when I'm more prepared on news, and then it's gonna be me opening this bitch up for the most part until it gets retarded, and then we'll go from there. I'm not really PC on this podcast, so we're gonna roll with that. Damn, all right. You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm just gonna post it in the chat. So let's hear from some of you motherfuckers. Ooh. Ooh, what's up, dude? Looks like you're at work, bro. You're blurry as fuck. Can you hear me? Bash, can you hear me? This is the
kind of having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, no shit. We're kind of having a hard problem seeing you, too.
Let me check my shit real quick.
Live from his fucking kitchen.
There you go.
You can hear me now?
Yep.
So what's up with you today, bro?
Nothing much. Just the normal of all the good shit with the Juggalos. Just trying to keep them well informed and you hit me up about this and wanted to show you some support.
That's what's up, dude. I appreciate it. 2 whoops to that, man.
Yeah.
And also, congratulations on you guys' monetization. 1,000
Thank you.
subscribers. Now you can give this motherfucker some money so he can stop working in these goddamn kitchens.
I wouldn't
That's
trade
what I'm
it for
saying.
anything. It keeps me humble.
Keeps you humble.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with the whole kitchen work anymore, man. Like I'm done with food service, dude. 10 years wore me the fuck out.
10 years? Oh,
Yeah, dude. I've got at least 10 years.
I've been doing this since I was 14, so I got at least 15 years on me.
God damn.
And I still look the
So, like, you and Bartle joined and combined into one formation of badass Juggalo news. And so, how many times a week do you normally stream?
So we normally stream mainly together on the weekends. He leaves me to my own devices with the Juggalo content, just getting the news out regularly because there's just so much of it and so many people. And you know this, because we're both hardworking fellas. We don't have time to sit down to a 2-hour live stream about content and news,
Mm-hmm.
So anybody that can do that, all the fucking power to you. And it's just I'd rather keep people informed on that as it's happening, and that's so much easier. And a lot of people are thankful about it. And then we'll get together and we'll do our horror movie and our wrestling stuff. And there's the Bartle boss himself.
Mm-hmm. 2 whoops for the Bartle. He's being silent Bartle boss right now.
He's being very sus.
Always silent.
You're being that Ouija fucking release date, man.
Sussy Baka.
But congratulations to both of you again on your channel, man. Y'all's channel's progress. Y'all are fucking steamrolling the content out, and it's fucking fresh as shit. And it's so cool because I know that I work a lot, and I really can't keep up on who's doing what or whatever. So I really appreciate your shorts that come across with all your news updates because, like, that's how I get any of my scuffed ass information for sure. As of right now, I get some of my information from other podcasts too, but you guys are definitely one of the forefront, and I appreciate all the work that you do for sure. And I know my audience and well, we all as a family fucking appreciate for sure because you guys take the time and effort that I can't do it. I can't. And it's cool to see Bartle on a fucking show.
Yeah, I was behind the scenes a lot like you in the beginning, where I was just doing little things here and there.
Mm-hmm. Doing the little artwork and shit. Then what made you want to progress and get in front of a camera, bro?
Well, actually, I started with doing merch for Bash a little while back for his channel, and then I just started popping up on his channel a little bit, on Fago Guy's channel, on Craze's channel, other channels. But yeah, I just started popping up slowly and surely, and doing merch with Bash. Like, we got a lot closer, and we became pretty good friends. And so when he left TP, he was talking about it, and he's like, "I'd like to do the show with you," and I'm like, "I'm 100% behind it."
Cool. I mean, you're pretty knowledgeable, bro. I think that was a pretty good pick for him. So good shit.
Bartle is like my Huckleberry Finn when it comes down to the shit that we talk about, and he's actually excelled me. Now I'm learning how to actually make good thumbnails by cutting pictures up, thanks to him. Something I didn't know how to do. So he excels in stuff that I fail at, and it's vice versa. But we're also learning from each other every day.
What's up, man? I think that's fresh, dude. Like, one of the things that I had mentioned earlier on this podcast is the fact that, I mean, we can all work together as far as doing our own shit on this YouTube stuff, and we can all come up winning. And there's no reason why, people got to be dogfighting for the number one spot or whatever, what have you, dragging people out. I mean, we can all be winning on this bitch. We really can. And so I think I'm going to try to keep that vibe here on gather.net. You know what I mean? Because it's all about us. I mean, that's why ICP does the music. It's for us. They found that over the years that their love for us keeps them going. So, I mean, fuck, dude, if I was going to do anything, I'm going to just show my love to everybody else that shows them love and keeps us all this fucking dark carnival shit going. We got to owe it to ourselves to keep this shit going. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my thoughts about from an old school Juggalos perspective, I guess. What do you think, Bartle?
I definitely share that kind of view. As a lot of you who do know me know, I'm a big Shangri-La. I'm all about the family and treating each other right. So I very much think that YouTube is the place to come together and band together. And we've kind of started doing that on our channel a little bit too. Having Craze on. We plan on having you on. We plan on having Humble. We want to grow this family. We don't want to cut people out.
Yep. I mean, we and it blows my mind because like if you were to ask me a couple years ago that you would see the diversity that you do at the gathering these days, because it blew my mind. So at the gathering this past year, shout out to Rickus and Bertha for being there to witness some of that, but it blew my mind to see how diverse like we are as a family these days, because you have openly gay juggalos, you have transgender juggalos, you have whatever you want to identify. I mean, and everybody's cool with it. You know what I mean? Like Jace even came back and recanted on using homosexual slurs. His daughter, I guess, is a furry, which is fresh if you think furries are fresh. I know that I can't judge. It's not my place to. And the fact that like Ouija Mac has spoken about it too, and he's another front runner of Psychopathic Records. And like, it's not really being PC. I think in reality, I think it's just being real and understanding like this is where we are as a people today, and some things can be outdated, and it's just not really fresh anymore. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. I'm not calling you an evil person if you choose to think otherwise. I mean, that's not my place to judge. But I don't know. I have so much love for us juggalos that I just really wanted to like start this shit and get something going. We're gonna this motherfucker. Blam. What's up, dude?
Yo, whoop whoop.
And for everybody that doesn't know, this is Quagsire Collectibles, also known as the other Juggalo Collectibles, but he is known as Quagsire these days. That does some fresh ass fucking art, and who I recently gave some dineros to hopefully do some work for me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So what's up with you tonight, man?
Just saw you going live and wanting to stop in and say what up, and congratulations on starting your show up. Show
Right
some
on.
love, you know.
And you have some fresh ass merch too, right?
Yeah.
Like that you do that you make.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be revamping my site, and the hyper or the link that's below on my camera is where a lot of my more like current work is.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to check that out.
What do you mainly do as far as like
paintings, graphic design, pretty much everything?
Paintings and graphic design.
That's like the main things.
And it's just like strictly psychopathic content or what?
No, it's anything. Like my original web store, which is storefrontier.com/shop4a2, has a lot of like horror movie stuff and gamer content stuff and pretty much everything.
Well, that's cool. Are you going to try to do like streaming more in the future?
Definitely trying to. I'm gonna start doing some gaming streams and stuff like that, and I'm gonna constantly be on Bartle and the Dead Guys show as much as possible, and
There you go.
anything else that may also be possible, I'm down to be on whenever.
Well, you do good work, dude, and I know that's why I hit you up. Yep. So, what do you guys think about? And this, so we can all kind of get a group collective thought. What do you think about this Blase Rose shit?
I'm not even gonna give it a chance, honestly. Blase is such fucking garbage to me, bro. I can't even give it a chance.
Dead guy, same thing.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a listen because I feel like the Juggalo community, they need I feel like everybody should give their opinion on it, whether it's a yay or nay, because you got Jay that posted out today, like, go check it out. If it sucks, say it sucks. If it doesn't suck, show it some love. And that's the Duke telling you to do that. So fuck it, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Not to blindly follow it, but to give it a shot.
Yeah.
I don't think Jay would offer his opinion on something if he really didn't think it out. Like, I don't know.
It's
Sometimes
just Blase, man. Like,
it really does. It surprises me that to see Jay support it. I thought that there was some like really deep cut shit with that. Maybe I was wrong. Roxy is good. Roxy is good. And Roxy is CPN sex, yes.
There's a lot of questions going around about it, though. And I posted one of these earlier today. Like, we had all heard about a certain diss track. Like, I'm wondering what happened to that and where that went. So
okay, so I've heard two different things as far as that goes. Now I've heard that there is a diss track, and then I heard Blase herself said there is no diss track. It's just Juggalos trying to read into shit and try to stir up drama. So, but I can't quote you the source on that. But I've either heard it somewhere or I've seen it either in the comments on somebody's channel or something like that. I can't remember. So that's two things that I've seen or heard. Crazy McCormick says Roxy got skills. That's no lie, for sure. Me personally, CPN's my boy, so I really don't have a whole lot to say about Roxy other than she's on an album and doing her shit now with Blase Rose, aka Tippy, or some shit. I don't know why she changed her name. Like, is she tipsy or I don't fucking know, man. Does that describe her like her brains? I don't know. But they're doing shit, and that's fresh because at the end of the day, it's Juggalo and family fucking content. And if we want this shit to survive, you got to have people doing fucking and making music. So whether you support it or you don't, it's going to be part of your culture. So you might as well embrace it in some form or fashion, whether it's to say fuck you or to fucking rock out to it. And that's going to be your call, at least in my opinion. We want the Snyder cut off her track. I guess I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
I think he's referring to the track that was missing from the album, apparently.
She was called Tippy before she became Blase. Oh, I did not know that. That must be one of those common Juggalette names like Skittles. Like, you just scream
I know
and then
Skittles.
Like
honestly,
10 people run
I
into
know
you.
Skittles.
Shout out for Crazy McCormick because he posted that on some form of social media, and I seen it and I fucking laughed my ass off. And because I know it's true, I probably went to high school with one of those. Would you are you guys like, are any of the Ouija dates near you? Are you guys going to be able to attend any of the Ouija dates?
No, he's not coming to the East Coast really past Ohio. So
None of that shit's coming even remotely close to me, so I'm not even going to be able to fucking go to any of it. I think the
I haven't
closest.
even looked at the tour dates yet, and I'm almost 99% sure it's not near me either. So
I'm pretty sure the furthest south that it gets is like Kentucky. So that's where we're at. Didn't know about Blase. Yeah, I didn't either until this morning. I woke up and seen that, and I was like, "Oh, what is this shit?" And then I gave the album a full listen to because that's what's required of me. And my opinion is, it's like I said, way better content than I guess she's put out before. Maybe it's because she's got other people on it, and Devereaux did a good job on some of the fucking music. Or maybe have a lot to do with it. I mean, the fucking some of their beats and shit are fire as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie, especially anything that Devereaux touches. I know that he's featured at least one of their shits that I remember. I'm trying. I know that there's going to be somebody else that comes through here before too long. Is going to give a fresh ass take on fucking Juggalo Day weekend because he was in attendance. But it's going stale. It's going stale because it's scuffed. At least 5 Juggalettes will respond 100%. Skittles. You laugh, but it's true. Facebook literally said my invite to this stream was abusive. We'll stop beating it. I really don't know what to tell you. Domestic violence on your invite. Oh man. Next time I'm going to be way more prepared for any of this shit. I swear to God. But I wanted to at least produce something so I can get some kind of content produced in some of my free time. I don't have a whole lot to contribute as far as the news games because you guys cover all that shit.
It's better to have multiple different perspectives on one thing. You don't need to just go to one person. Then, this is, like you said, all we have it really is each other. So what I feel with your channel and our channel, one of the things that I want to like kind of hope that we can all bring back together is the way it used to be back in the day when all the content creators would actually help each other out with not only their content but the news and just some of the fun shit that they do. So inviting people on here, having a good time, having fun, and just chatting it up about the shit, that's the best way to fucking go. There's no reason to bury somebody just because they're doing the same thing you are.
Right.
Push them along. Fucking help them out.
One thing that might surprise some of you, my channel is going to be an open platform to any and every Juggalo YouTube channel. So be prepared to see maybe some conflicting ideals or rhetoric. Because dude, at the end of the day, I'm gonna put my foot down on it. Whether we get along or not, we're all we got. Fake or not. And if it wasn't for us even being who we are and listening to who we listen to, we wouldn't even be here in the first place. And we all need to remember that. And what we hold dear to the Blutterfly and 17, the shit that Jay talks about and Behind the Paint, that's something to adhere to your heart. Because we as Juggalos, in my opinion, and it's like I said in Humble's documentary, it's up to us as Juggalos to hold dear and keep alive what's fucking important and good in the world. You know what I mean? Because the rest of the fucking world is so destructive and so fuck you and doesn't want you to even exist. So the petty beefs and stuff that come about, it's kind of senseless, because at the end of the day, we all rep the same hatchet and we all go to the same people and we've all been listening to the same shit for all these years. So why does it got to be different?
Yeah.
And that's facts. Raziel up in the chat. Whoop whoop. Raziel, it's been a long time since I seen you, dude. I know that you're in chats, and necessarily the last time I talked to you really wasn't that positive. And I'm gonna be a man and say my bad, and I'm sorry I was a dick. You know what I mean? Shit happens. It's good to see you, man, and welcome to gather.net, bro. Alaric87 is a good homie of mine. He's in the chat. He's been around for a long time, at least my days in TPE. He was around. I don't know, man. I'm really glad that I finally got this shit up and going. It's been a long time coming for me. I really shouldn't have took my hiatus like I did because, you know, shit happens in the world and you got to get shit caught up. I say shit a lot. It's like my favorite word. Oh, this is such a scuffed cast, but I love it, man. It's good to see all of us doing our shit.
Oh yeah.
No matter what form we're doing it. And Humble Among should be along before too long. I'm going to have him come up. And he's going to tell us about Juggalo Day weekend and how fresh it was. And maybe he copped one of those CDs for me so I don't have to send him fucking nudes and stuff like I promised. He told me no in the nudes, but he told me that he would take USD, which I'm fine with that. So hopefully he hasn't checked for the actual recent prices for those motherfuckers because I don't really want to pay that, dude.
Yeah.
Don't tax the fam, Humble, if you're seeing this, bro. Don't tax the fam.
7% tax on everything.
Yeah, 17% tax. So that boy's probably gonna hit me with over 200 for that CD. So that sucks. But shout out to Humble Among for hopefully coming through with that. I don't know if you did or not, and if you didn't, it's cool. I'll just be super disappointed in you, bro. Oh, did they drop the gathering dates? No, they haven't dropped the gathering dates. Dougal, I don't think they're going to do that for months. I think they'll drop the gathering dates closer to the end of spring, going into summer. So I would probably say, I don't know, June-ish or May. Is that normally when they do it? Is like May? I can't remember when they dropped it last year. Dude, it was like a wild drop last year. It was like the beginning of July or some shit that they dropped the fucking dates last year. It was like a month, 2 months in advance. It'll happen. Oh, actually, they'll drop it maybe next month. No shit.
Yeah, normally pre-pandemic, they would always do it months and months in advance, and then they would drop the VIPs for it and everything. But because of how the world is going today, they've been kind of just announcing everything, a month in advance, just because certain venues and shit like that, how it goes, and everybody, oh, don't touch me, type deal. So hopefully we get back to that normality that we normally would have, where we get everything on a regular basis.
Okay. And see, well, that gives me hope. Maybe they'll fucking give us an early drop, and we can get more prepared this year because that would be fresh. That means that I could get with my work and be like, all right, so like I told you at the beginning of my employment, of my family thing that I have to attend every year that I can't miss. I'll be gone for like a week or two. Hopefully, do you think it would be fresh if they did a 4-day gathering instead of a 3-day? Because it's the gathering of dreams.
I think it'd be fresh as fuck, but that day 4 is gonna be fucking hell for everybody.
Bro, I did not, or how many days? We did a 7-day gathering this year because me and Rickus were there on Rickus, and the buttholes from Camp Glitter Dick. Shout out to those motherfuckers because they actually housed us halfway up to the trip, and then we caravanned to the gathering with those dudes. And super chill dude and his wife. If you don't know who they are, you will probably get to know them. They frequent my content and are really, really good people. And so we got up there like, shit, I don't know, 3 days early and did the week. So that's going to mean that if they do a 4-day gathering, I'm going to be there 8 days, 9 days. Fuck it. You were there 9 days? Bertha was there 9 days.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Were you there 9 days? So you were there because you were there the moment we showed up. I can't remember, Bertha. I'm not positive. But yeah, we did a whole week for sure. I know that ICP talked about all their alien disclosure shit on their Twitch. Do you think that it might be a subtle hint at maybe what the theme of one of the gatherings is, or at this year's gathering? Maybe it's going to be an alien search for extraterrestrial life, because I know they kind of done that previous at other gatherings too. They did Jay's talked about aliens and stuff. So do you think there's a chance that the gathering might be an alien hunt? Because I think it would be fresh to do. I think it would be fresh as fuck. And I mentioned this in their chat on Twitch that if they would do a Men in Black themed fucking Hatchet Man for this year's gathering as the charm, would be sick as shit. And like, I don't know if they would have the hatchet running, but if they didn't do the hatchet, I don't know if they would get copyrighted for it, but have the memory erase fucking
The neuralizer.
The neuralizer in their hand, in the fucking dude's hand. Give them some badass black shades and a tux. Keep the fucking wild dreads, but make them black. I think that would be fresh as shit, dude. And that's just my opinion on it. Have time to do both dose and come down. That would be dope if it was done right. I think so too. I really do. Where is the humble homie Humble Among at? Because I really want to get this dude's take on Juggalo Weekend, so we can ask him some questions. Where is he at? I'm gonna start talking.
So you mentioned the Men in Black type theme because of what they did on Twitch. Well, if you remember Catch 22, they were wearing the the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space jersey that they originally had planned for the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space tour Part 2. Maybe we get that.
That would be dope. Like a Psychopathics from Outer Space type shit?
Yeah.
That would be super fresh.
I think it would possibly get a Volume 4 or Volume 5 as well for Psychopathics.
That would be fucking badass, bro. I think that would be super fresh because they could do a stage like inside of a spaceship themed fucking wild ass stage. I think that would be killer. And they could do some, that they could come out with some badass fucking like spacesuit type Juggalo fucking fits that they would come out in. If not a badass jersey for it, like maybe we'll get a revamping in the Psychopathics from Outer Space merch. Because that would be cool as shit. Because I would start buying up stuff. They would go with my paychecks if they came out with more of that.
Fucking jerseys went live. I fucking wish, bro. Those jerseys were so fucking fire.
I don't really remember a lot of those because when a lot of the merch was going around, I was too young, or like we didn't get internet until like I think it was like 16 or 17 in my dad's house. So I really wasn't able to get online and look at all the merch and see what people were buying or what you could buy, dude. It was me going to Hot Topic at the time and seeing what Hatchet Gear had come out with and seeing what was on the shelves. So it was a lot of black T-shirts with screen printing on it. And that's all I owned.
Yeah.
The old, the Big Money Restless shirts that would come out, where it had like the multi-graphic fucking, it had all the Joker's cards and shit, like a carnival fucking background or whatever. I had a lot of those for sure. And then they would come out like with I remember when Obama, during that election year, they came out with the Hatchet Man for President or whatever. And it was the red, white, and blue Star Spangled Banner Hatchet Man. And it said like ICP or whatever for president. It was like 2008. I think that's when they did that. And that was in Hatchet Gear. I remember that shit. Okay. There's so Raziel wants to know, dead guy, why did you block him on Facebook instantly when he showed you, I guess, instead of shitting on him and asked a question?
Roselle, I actually had to delete my Facebook and recreate a new one because I lost the password to the old one. So I didn't actually block you. The whole account is blocked. So, and
Damn.
yes, I do go to sleep to the sounds of my own screams, and I wake up to them because they're so comforting. I still got love for you, homie. I really do. I've never had a problem with you, and you were actually pretty fresh to see in the chat. So
there you go, Raziel. Now you know. Humble among you in the chat, bro. About motherfucking time, motherfucker. Been waiting all motherfucking night for like the star guest. Besides the fucking dead guy on Bartleboss show. Bartleboss and the dead guy. I fucking butchered that, dude. My bad.
That's all right.
You right on. No contact of our fucking cancel of our deal, and then which is good. So I'm gonna throw the link back in the chat. We're gonna get this motherfucker maybe up in here. Paste it. Paste it. Like over your nipples at the strip club. Because that's how you keep in legality is put the pasties on the nipples. Because technically it's not bare skin. So who knew that a little piece of latex would keep you in the loophole in legality? So shout out to pasties on stripper nipples. Keep us going. No.
So you're telling me all I got to do is wear some pasties over my nipples, and then I can go on every stream shirtless?
I don't know about that. I think it comes up to your state's laws in the YouTube. I don't think nudity is allowed on YouTube. Like here in Oklahoma, so we have where women can like pretty much go topless if they want and show their boobs now. Like I know that it was whack at the previous gathering in Oklahoma where you couldn't do that and people got arrested. But after that, they changed the law and now you can be female and walk topless around and not get arrested. And it's technically in our state law, like we can do that now. Do people choose to do it? No. Am I glad that some people choose not to do it? 100%. Because that some of that shit would wave in the wind, bro, and be knocking people out at Walmart fucking checkout lines. 100%. 100%, bro. Damn. Humble, I posted the link in chat. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Or if you're getting ready. Or you're ready.
Maybe it's abusive in his chat, too.
This is motherfucker.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey. What's up, Humble?
Not much, man. Just chilling. Was watching some Loiter Squad with Emily there. So
Oh, cool.
saw you sent me a message that you were live. So
I appreciate your time, dude. So, Juggalo Weekend, man, you attended. You're the only one on our show that got to attend.
I'm
What are
going.
your is your mind still
think I'm,
fucking reeling in? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Oh shit! There's a feedback loop here.
We're not the only ones that scuffed.
Is that me doing that?
I don't hear.
I got my
any-
headphones on, so I don't think
I don't
that's
hear
me.
feedback either.
I don't hear feedback, dude.
It's like looping through. Anyway, oh, there's some weird audio issue. That's very distracting, brother. Fuck.
This is so scuffed.
Hold on. Let me get. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that was me.
That was you?
Yeah. I got it. I got it. Okay, we good.
Technology is not our friend here at gather.net, dude.
You know, I think I just had the YouTube still open and it was fucking playing the thing and it was causing weird distraction. Yeah, we're good now.
Cool. Well, it's good to see you, bro. It's good to see that you survived Juggalo Day weekend.
Yeah, it was quite a trial to get out there, but I made it out there and I made it back safe. and it was a good time. I had a good fucking time out there.
Hell yeah. I guess what was your favorite night out of any of those nights?
Oh, the rock night, hands down, man. That shit was fucking legendary. Yeah, it's fucking electric. It was electric.
How close?
You know?
How close were you to stage?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not that close. You know, far enough back where I was getting hit by Fago still. It's not that it wasn't that big in there, you know. It's a decent, I think 1,500 they said was in the venue. So it's not that huge of a theater. So Fago was going fucking everywhere. Fago was bouncing off of walls, going into the balcony, bouncing off the lights.
So it wasn't true that they were allowing Fago to be thrown.
Oh, Fago was everywhere. They did hold back the first night, few songs in, so they popped one. But
right,
once they popped them, they didn't stop. Like,
do you think that was maybe to put the like people at ease right there at first? Like, okay, they're not going to do it, and then they get so far into the show and they're like, hell yeah, watch what we do.
Second night it was a regular ass ICP show. Second night there was lots of Fago being thrown. I had to dodge a lot of fucking Fago from hitting me in the melon.
Damn,
there's a lot of shit being thrown.
Well, that's good though. I mean, I knew that
it was a good time, man. It was fucking wild, you know. But yeah, the electric, you know, the electric instruments. That was the shit. Seeing them do so many
with a
songs
live
with
band,
a full band, with a live band, yeah, and rocking the fuck out. Like it was so cool, man. I wish I would have filmed more because I honestly thought they were streaming. I thought that's what they said they were gonna do, and then yeah, I wanted to film more in retrospect. But
man, you should have been like, I'm a YouTuber. This is what I do.
But you know, it's a performance too, and I was under the impression that they were already filming it, and so I was like, what's the point if there's going to be a super clean version that is going to be on the stream?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. So I regret it. I do have some clips of the shit, but nothing is like a full fucking song or anything. I have like the beginning gimmick that I do and the end gimmick that I do, and maybe a few things in between. I do have some really fresh shit right after the show of like a homie pouring Fago on his fucking head and shit, like that kind of cool shit. So you will get cool Humble Among vlog footage and shit, but it's just, I wish I had more performance footage because I didn't realize no one was going to be really trying. I thought it was being streamed. You know what I mean?
Well, that's part of the magic too, dude. If you want to fucking experience it, you got to go for yourself.
Well, if you notice if you notice in the Gathering documentary, when we get to in my Gathering documentary, when I get to the bizarre shit, I show the beginning, and then you don't see shit, and then it's the end of the show. That's because I enjoyed the fuck out of that show because I love Bizarre. It's like one of my favorite fucking eras. You know what I mean? Like, so I enjoyed the fuck out of that show. I didn't want to film any of that show. If you saw it, and plus there's plenty of other fucking clips you can get on YouTube of the Bizarre set from a bunch of other people. That's not what I'm trying to do anyways. Capture perfect performance footage because I know I'm never going to be able to do good performance footage anyway because I'm not gonna be ballsy enough to get up in there. So I'm not even gonna attempt to try it, but I can capture cool moments from my perspective nonetheless. Anyway.
If it was anything like The Gathering, I know that's the reason why I really didn't get a whole lot of footage for TBE's documentary is literally because like I couldn't risk pulling my phone out and have somebody like rocket that shit off towards the stage, or because I was around the pit having somebody knock my shit over and then me not being able to find my cell phone after that. Because you can't.
Part of the reason that the gimbal does come in handy because it's, you know, mounted on a stick, so it's not going to likely get knocked out of your hand as easy, if you will.
After seeing yours,
holding that shit.
After seeing yours at The Gathering and watching you work that thing, we're totally invested into that one for this year. So,
oh yeah, man, it's definitely worth it. Gimbals have dropped in price too nowadays, man. You can get a pretty decent gimbal for like $50 from what I understand.
And it helps you produce fucking amazing quality documentaries, by the way. Like,
well, if you just want steady, it's basically a steady cam. If you guys don't know what I mean by when I say gimbal, anyone watching this, if you don't know what I mean when I say gimbal, it's basically a handheld steady cam. It's like three motors that work together to basically keep your cell phone or whatever camera you're using on the thing steady. And it gives you a really nice cinematic shot. Like basically these kind of shots, like the shot that goes up the stairs behind Rocky and Rocky, the shot in The Shining that follows Danny down the hallways. Those are Steadicam shots.
Right.
You want to get really nerdy and film with it. And I like the way the Steadicam looks. So as soon as I found out about a gimbal, I bought a gimbal. Because I was like, that's fucking dope. You can do Steadicam for cheap. Because Steadicam was not a very cheap thing in filmmaking for years and years and years and years.
Yeah. So you breaking
do it easy and cheap now.
You breaking that out of the show? That's like a big ass fucking.
Well, I didn't actually bring the gimbal to the show this time, so
it
was all handheld. It's all handheld with the cell phone footage this time. So,
can I ask you how Ouija set was?
Dope. Both sets were dope. I enjoyed both sets. I always enjoy Ouija live. He did have some microphone difficulty night one, I think.
Okay.
Where it's like second song or some shit. He was like banging on his mic, and he got a new one out that worked eventually. But yeah, that was kind of whack. But shit'll happen, man. That's why I don't fuck with wireless mics. That was a wireless mic issue. Yeah, I don't fuck with wireless mics because that shit always happens with those fucking things. They run out of batteries. It was definitely a battery issue.
Did you get a chance to mingle around? Of course you did with the Juggalos and stuff. Did you have any recognition at the show? Did anybody recognize you?
People. Yeah, man. I always get love at these events. People come up and say hello and shit. I always appreciate that. I like talking to Juggalos. You know what I mean? I don't get a chance to talk to Juggalos in my real life up here in Vermont. You know, there's a couple of Juggalos maybe around here, but it's not like when you go to an event or something and they're everywhere and you get to talk to like multiple people, and it's awesome. So yeah, there's a couple of people who came and said hello, and I like that shit. I love talking to people.
Good, dude. I mean, you deserve it. You're one of the best that at least I know of.
Thank you, man.
That does this shit, dude. You're very articulate.
I always get that. I always get that articulate word. I appreciate it.
You're one of the few well-spoken Juggalos that we got.
Well, I like to, you know, I want to raise this culture up because I do believe in it quite a bit, and that ain't no gimmick. That ain't no fucking joke. I have a lot of fucking love for Juggalos and love Juggalo culture, and I see a lot of great fucking things in this shit, and I just want to elevate that shit, man. I just want to help elevate that shit and keep lifting it up. Keep lifting Juggalos up, shit, man.
Oh shit!
I see a lot of great shit in Juggalos. I want Juggalos to be their best selves. You know what I mean?
It's like I was saying earlier. We're all that we got.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like us chopping each other out, I mean that's just lessening the fucking pile.
Yes.
It's not good for anybody. Nobody wins, man. So fucking 2 whoops to that fucking knowledge drop, dude. Really appreciate that. I know that's why I fuck with you so hard.
Thank you, Stoney. I really appreciate your support, man. And I fuck with you, man. I love that you're doing this streaming shit, man. This is your first official stream, right?
Yep.
I'm honored to be on here, man. Sorry I didn't catch the very beginning of it. I definitely will catch the replay.
Oh, it's cool, man. It's been scuffed all night. I'm struggling through this shit. I'm very underprepared.
Hey, all you got to do is get it started, though. You got to get the first one out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, and it's like training wheels. Like once you get to doing it again, like I haven't really been in front of a camera since my days of TPE. So
yeah,
well, here we go. You know, it's got a fucking wet. What is it when you like wet the wick or whatever the fuck it's called? Get my wick wet again. So I seen that also with you going to Juggalo Day weekend, you brought back somebody with you.
Yeah, I brought back my homegirl.
Which is cool. And relocated a fucking Juggalo, which is dope.
Well, she's kind of she's getting into this shit. She wouldn't probably call herself a Juggalo. She would probably call herself a poser, but she's getting into this shit. Yeah.
Cool.
She's recently just got into this shit, you know, like she wasn't at the gathering or anything. Like she's from Ohio, or she was staying in Ohio at the time when I met her. But then she's just been, you know, I don't want to throw her under the bus or blow up her spot, but she's just been bouncing around a lot, and it just didn't make sense for her not to be up here. So yeah,
cool.
She's up here now.
I think it's fresh as shit that we are living in 2022 and people are still finding the magic reel and coming and poking their brains into what keeps us going with all this shit and what keeps us, you know, attracted to the music and I guess the lifestyle, or if you live it, you should live it if you're a Juggalo for sure. But I don't know, it's fresh, dude, because like it was really prevalent in the 90s and 2000s that, you know, becoming Juggalo was a thing, where you were buying merch and it was all over the place. But it's really not that way anymore. You know what I mean? If anything, we're more underground than we've been in a very long time, I think.
Yeah, I feel that at times, man. I relate to that.
Crazy
But you know
McCormick.
what? I do think it's gonna fucking grow to be a big thing again. I feel like we're at the beginning of a new beginning, if that makes any sense.
I think that we're in a beginning of ICP doing a lot more media content again, for sure. With them
I think
purchasing
Jay
the
getting
studio.
sober. I think this is something. This is like a new. I don't know.
Violent
It's
J
about to be the
getting
new
sober.
Shangri-La. It's about to be the new Shangri-La. So remember that as well. Six Jokers card is Shangri-La, by the way. People aren't talking about that, but that is the Six Jokers card again. It is Shangri-La.
I wonder how they're going to rebirth that. I wonder if it's going to be a new twist on the old artwork for it.
I wonder too, man. I don't know. Very curious. Do we just get a Tom Wood version of it? We already have had that, so I don't know. Do we get the hood down?
I don't know. That would be fresh on his return, on the Wraith return. That would be fresh.
Maybe that would be the way to go, right? Get the hood down.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this
Finally
is
see what the Wraith actually is.
Yeah.
Revealing of the Wraith, like Thy Unveiling Part 2.
Hey, Thy Unveiling. Good fucking A. Fucking A.
Who knows?
That's shit right there.
Put it in your brains. Juggalos, make it happen.
Yeah, I like
that would be fresh as shit.
I like that. That's definitely one to chew on.
Who knows? I don't know. Like we were saying earlier with the Twitch stream that they did the other night about ICP going into the alien disclosure and exposure and shit. I think it would be fresh as shit. I got a lot
to talk about that. I'm gonna do a stream tomorrow talking about that. So
I think it would be fresh
about that.
If we did that as a gathering theme for the Gathering of Dreams and had a fucking Men in Black Hatchet Man for the charm.
Hey, Men in Black Hatchet Man. What would he be holding? The little gimmick, like the fucking the gimmick that fucking erases your brains there?
Yep, I already called it. I think it'd be cool. So let's vote on it. So
you already know I rep this alien shit pretty heavy. I can't get enough of the fact that they fuck with the paranormal and this weird alien shit and the Bigfoot shit, because I love this shit. I've loved this shit since I was a kid. That's what to me is so dope about ICP. I've said it a million times. It's such a cross section of everything I fucking love. If that makes, like, it's comedy, it's horror, it's fucking rap, it's rock, it's like dark themes, it's paranormal shit somehow too. Like it's all of this shit that I love somehow packed into one thing, and it's sometimes it blows my mind because I feel like it's made specifically for me, if that makes any fucking sense. But I just love this shit so fucking much, man. And I love that they're into alien shit too, because it's like some of
you answered your own shit by saying you felt like it's made for you because it is made for us, man.
Facts, brother.
I think you were the person that put this in my brain at the gathering, but what I think is fresh about us Juggalos is I can find myself in every one of you guys, like not necessarily every bit of my being in you guys, but like say like one of Bash interests might be like very, very parallel to one of my own, or not parallel, but like similar, or your music taste, for instance, like I fuck with, so that's finding myself in you, or vice. It's just like one of those things. Like I can find myself in every one of the people that I fucking associate with, that consider themselves Juggalos, whether we get along or not. I find myself in everybody, and I think that's fresh as fuck to have family like that, and have somebody like Insane Clown Posse, Insane Clown Posse, like harness some form of magic that was present here on Earth and put it into a physical form of their music and their ideology, and I think it's fresh as shit. And I live for this stuff, and I'm glad that I live and breathe it. It makes me who I am, which I think makes me a dope person, because I think without any of this shit, I probably would be a very negative and hurtful person.
Yeah, man.
At the end of the day,
that's big facts. It's definitely helped me like realize like the path that I want to be on. And that's the way I look at it a lot of times, is like it's like a path that you're following, and I'm definitely trying to stay on that right path, and I feel like I am on that right path.
You are, bro. You navigate a lot of the bullshit, man, and I think you do a good job at it. So
Hey, I do it every day, like whether or not it's fucking in different parts of my life, and my fucking day job, whatever, man. I definitely am dodging the bullshit. Because I just don't fuck with negative energy at the end of the day. I just don't like that. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't vibe with me. I don't want it. Get it out of here.
fresh,
I'd
dude.
rather be with positive thought. I'd rather be with loving thought. I don't have time for like digging down on people, bullying people, hate. I don't know. And when I'll use an example of like when I go to rap shows and shit. Like I'll do a local rap show, and there's a thing with rappers. They like to do this thing called shit talking. Go figure, right? And I'm not very perceptive to that. And I don't know what other rappers think of me when that happens, because they'll try to buddy up to me and talk shit about other rappers, and I'm just not perceptive to that shit, because I don't fucking vibe with that shit. And so I'll even be straight up to motherfuckers sometimes and be like, hey man, I really am not, like, I don't like to do that whole shit talk thing. Like I'll straight up just say that, because I don't feel that way. I don't want to do that shit. And I don't know if people think that's just, I don't know what people think about that, because I can come off maybe as a dick that way or something, but it's the way I really feel. I don't want to fucking sit there and dog people like for trying to do something they love. Fuck them, right? Trying to do something that they actually feel. Oh yeah, what they're real dickheads. No, you're the dickhead maybe for sitting there and judging them when they're just trying to do something.
So like my philosophy, and I'm very like I'm subject to fucking criticism too. Like I have a horrible temper sometimes, and I know that I shit talk, and that's why I'm trying to go into all this shit completely unbiased anymore. Like I'm really gonna try to do the right thing and not let negative shit get to me and this channel and my friends.
I think it's the best way to go about it, man, because it only feeds into other negativity, and it's not healthy. That's like, shit I've been talking in. And I can only say that because I've seen it in my own life, negative shit breeding other negative shit, and me being like, gee, I can't figure out why this is happening. When you suddenly stop being a dick, you realize, oh, well, maybe it was me the whole fucking time. And that was alcohol too, by the way. I not to get on my fucking whole sobriety thing. Alcohol was a big fucking part of me being a fucking dick, and realizing I need to get rid of that negativity from my life. But I'm not going to go into my whole fucking sobriety spiel.
Right on. I think we both have stories.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't want to just get on my soapbox. I know people enjoy their booze, and I'm not going to fucking tell you to stop drinking. But stop drinking, goddamn it, it's awful.
Yeah, this is definitely not a recovery stream or channel. So, oh, McCormick up in this bitch. Damn.
Hey, what's up, crazy?
Ooh.
Yo.
Audio issues because everything is scuffed.
Nah, I don't know what it was, but for some reason, the motherfucker decided that it would be a good idea to relay the audio from my capture card, even though I've never fucking changed it. Fuck it. I'm here, though. I just got out of it.
At least it's not as embarrassing as me just keeping the YouTube thing open and being like, what's that feedback loop?
Right. Well, I was smart and I fucking shut that off before I jumped on.
Not me. I smoked a big old blunt before I got on here. I'm like, where's that feedback loop coming on?
Learning.
Shout out to Big Blunts before your stream, because I was hitting big bowls before my stream, nervous as shit, like sweat, wondering where this
will hurt.
Wondering where this motherfucker was going to end up at the end of the day. Probably super scuffed. Crazy. Thank you for coming onto the stream. It's fucking super fresh to see you, dude.
Well, you're starting this shit up, so I was like, I gotta support my boy.
That's cool, dude. You're one of the bigger OGs that I know of on this whole YouTube Juggalo shit. And I know that I was viewing your content right out of high school at an early age of like 19, 20. And to work alongside you and to be a part of this YouTube shit has been a dream come true. I know that everybody can do it, but it's super fresh to work with some of your people that you've been watching for so long.
Right.
So shout out to Juggalo for that. I appreciate you, dude. So do you have any hot takes of anything that we've talked about tonight?
Well, I was listening in, and like most of it was like in one ear and out the other for the most part, because like I was busy working at the same time. However, I was listening in as I was walking inside. I was listening to Humble, and he was talking about the whole negating negativity thing, and I'm actually big on that as of right now. I mean, for like the last month, I've been avoiding whatever I can't, whatever is possibly avoidable when it concerned like drama and beef and all this other stuff. Like here in the YouTube Juggalo community, because I've been, like you said, I've been around for a long time, and when we first came around, like it wasn't about that. Like we actually bounced ideas off of each other. We had a lot of good, like the people that I was around, we had a lot of good camaraderie. So it makes me question like what the fuck changed all of a sudden in the Juggalo community that makes people think I have shit content and the only way to up myself is to sabotage or talk shit or make up lies or do have truths or whatever about some of the people who are already established in order to lift myself up. That makes no sense to me. And I've been dealing with stuff like that for like a couple of years, from one group of people to the next, even in my own group. And I just don't pay attention to it no more. Like the worst, and that's something that I'm really trying to fucking spread out with a lot of people, because, I bounce around, I see people talking, and I just think to myself, if you hate people so much, like specific people or groups, just stop talking about them, and they will be they will be on the back burner. They will be gone. The worst thing that you can do to somebody who's talking shit about you is not pay attention to them.
Like make them irrelevant?
Make them irrelevant to you. It's all about you and your perspective of things.
Because that's what I call the no-sell philosophy. That's what I call the no-sell philosophy for sure.
Good
you
gimmick.
Just no-sell that shit, and they don't give them anything.
Yeah, because like that's like a good tactic to use against internet trolls, and for people who are attacking other juggalos, I would say that you might be juggalo, but you're fucking trolling to an extent where you're actually causing your mental or psychological harm, or you're pushing it to a point where there could be physical harm put into place, like Big Will. So it's like, when it concerns all of that shit, it's like, do you, and don't pay the fuck attention to whatever it is that anybody else is saying, because if you ain't paying attention to them, there's only two things that they can do: stop talking about you, or they'll just repeat and refresh the same shit that they've been saying about you over and over to the point of monotony, and then people just stop watching because you're boring.
Facts.
And I've had that happen on multiple occasions, because, being in this game for as long as I have been, I've seen a lot when it concerns like haters, trolls, even other fucking juggalos with petty fucking jealousy issues. And it's like, no, what we should be doing is we should be doing what we did. You know what the most fucked up thing is that we were able to build each other up on YouTube back in the day. And back in the day, YouTube was practically the fucking Wild West. Like, we had people that were coming in with all guns firing, and we were still able to fucking do shit together.
Bill Wagner crew. Shout
Bill
out.
Wagner crew definitely is one of those. Like that was one from back in the day. The Tulsa Anti-Juggalo League from back in the day. The Juggalo Holocaust from back in the day. Fucking let's see, what was another one that we came across? I mean, we had a couple of juggalos that also fucking trolled, because like they looked at us like we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. So they would just troll us. Mr. F and Pink is one that I could think of off the top of my head. Another one by the name of Guar Fan, 615, I believe is what it was. You know, but we also had like Brown Madman, who was a staunch fucking troll. Like he was actually the first person I ever saw get in CPN's head. Like, like that surprised me because nobody can fucking do that. But you know, like over the course of time, it's like now we're not even fighting against the people who are talking shit about Juggalo shit. We're fighting amongst each other. And for what?
Mm-hmm.
What fucking prize is at the end of that rainbow? What is in that pot of gold? A big fucking nothing burger. And it's like, you know, and it's not going to be something that you enjoy. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's so like we're not as popular as we used to be. So really the mainstream hate on us is like at, I guess, minimal. I mean, it still appears like here recently, like it appeared in whatever that fucking show was about feed a fucking Juggalo Day or whatever the fuck. I don't know if that was really a diss at us or whatever. I thought it was just like whatever the fuck. I laughed, but you know, maybe that's maybe it's just like a term of like maybe we're just bored as juggalos. Like things have kind of slowed down and we don't really have an avenue to fucking anger our rage or point our rage at, so we just go it amongst each other.
I think what it is human ego and the false notion that only one person can do this Juggalo YouTube shit, or only one channel can do this Juggalo YouTube shit, when there's plenty of fucking, you know, plenty of fucking airtime, if you will. There's plenty of hours in the day that motherfuckers can fill. So why not just just do what fresh shit you want to do and just not worry about what other fuckers are doing?
Right. So I decided to actually fucking go around and do something a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. Like I'm keeping in discussions with Bartle Boss and the Dead Guy, Quacksire Collectibles. I chill in their Discord. I chill in Stoney's Discord. I don't know if you have a Discord, Humble. I don't know if you...
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Send me
I just
an invite.
like post rando shit in there. Yeah, I will, my guy. I will for sure.
All right.
I'm bad at promoting this shit and sending invites out. I'll try to remember to send you one though.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm also in Camp Glitter Dick. And one of the
speaking of Camp Glitter Dick, shout out Rick's Pop Ray, whoop whoop. It's fresh as shit to see that whole family supporting me. That's like my family at home. So 2 whoops to that whole family. We love you guys. Continue, Chris. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gay, but okay. So anyways, like I was saying, like on the real, like aside from of course being the usual prankster that I am, or trying to say dumb shit for shock value, like one of the things that I want to do really is like I've kind of like turned over a leaf, so to speak, because like when I first got on here, I used to be a very rage fueled, you know, like motherfucker, and I used to just yell at people all the fucking time through my camera. And now it's kind of like I want to do something a little bit different where it's more like a little bit more positive, a little bit more encouraging. Yeah, I know people are probably going to be upset because they like me when I'm fucking raged out and fucking screaming at people, but like I can't do that all the fucking time. You can't lead your life in so much anger and negativity because that just keeps you stuck. I mean, yeah, ICP did it in a way, and that's probably another reason why Juggalos are upset too, because like the first deck was a lot of anger about the city that they lived in, angry about the government that ran the city or the state or the country or, you know, the world, Illuminati, and, you know, like all sorts of other things that they were angry about, the media that were saying so many negative things. Now it's kind of like they're warning people about things in the second deck, like if you take too much pride, that can be a bad thing. Loyalty is an important thing in your life, you know. Lack of self-respect is a problem, you know. Like these like the Joker cards in the second deck, I feel, are also additional warnings about yourself as you live your life, and a lot of people don't really take note of that. And so like some of us older ones kind of just don't care anymore. And they're just
Right.
kind of rolling with the punches. Or as Jump Steady would say, staying on the same page in your book of life. They're just stuck there on the same fucking page, rolling through the punches, doing the same old shit. Meanwhile, you've got newer juggalos who are fresh and vibrant and full of energy that want to fucking do something for the positive and build themselves up. Like, I personally think that, you know, YouTube, Facebook, all sorts of social media outlets is an important factor when it concerns that. Like, I can't fucking, like, I can rap, but I can't fucking publish my shit. I can't fucking put it out there. I have no knowledge of that. So what did I do? I went on YouTube because I have knowledge of AV shit. And, you know, and I started getting popular because of that. CPN the same way. You know, like, we're two of the few fucking people that are practically fucking left on like the first wave of juggalos on YouTube. And
Right.
you know, but then, you know, and I totally fucking spaced on where the fuck I was going with it.
I think we're all tired, man. We're pushing
point,
like an hour and 30 minutes on this bitch.
Yeah, but my point being basically is that, like, there should not be. Yeah, okay. I think I remember what it is. There's a lot of older juggalos that probably, you know, like some of them are in rap and they haven't gone anywhere. Some of them tried rap and they flopped. And then they see people who are doing stuff on social media and they're doing something with it, and they can't help but hate on it. In their mind, they have no choice but to hate on it. Some people try to come up on here and they fucking try to sabotage the older people to make them leave so that way they can become fucking famouser in some awkward way. And it's like, no, don't. Like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not even going to pay attention to you anymore. You're no longer relevant to my fucking life and my social circle. I'm just going to continue to do me. And I'm going to continue doing what I can to fucking entertain and educate. And I don't know, maybe I'll be pissed off at something and post something about that on my YouTube page. Maybe if I ever, you know, buy back my video games for my mother and move out of my mother's basement. When that happens, I might end up being somewhere around 45. I don't know.
Hey, it's going to happen sometime, bro.
Right. It'll happen. It'll happen. I know. But like, what I'm basically saying, just like, I'm gonna do me, and I think everybody else should have that mindset. Instead of trying to bring each other down, help each other out. That's the
word.
It's kind of like with The Secret, you know, the law of attraction. If you attract negative energy to yourself, you are going to get or even expel negative energy out into the universe. Then it's going to come back to you negative, and it's just going to create negative results. You know, it's the exact same way with positive feedback, positive emotions, positive feelings, you know, positive thoughts. Put that out there, it's going to come back positive, and you're going to get more positive.
100%.
Sounds
about right, doesn't it, Humble?
Yeah. Hey, Matt, I can talk about Manifest Destiny all day. So that's a whole thing. I've been on a Manifest Destiny trip for a couple of years now, and I was kind of touching on it earlier when I was talking about being on the right path. I'm a big believer in speaking your intentions. I'm a believer in chaos magic, low-key, a little bit. I've practiced a little bit of chaos magic. I don't practice it anymore because it's, you know, it brings chaos to your life quite a bit. But I am a believer in working some of those magical intentions and speaking them into existence. If you have a goal, I think say that shit out loud. You'll be surprised how it might fucking just happen very soon after you speak that shit out loud. Vision boards are another thing that people do. They'll put up, you know, their goals on sort of like they'll tack them on a board or on a wall. These are all different ways of accomplishing Manifest Destiny. I'm a big believer in it. And I think if you want to do something, speak about it, talk about it, be about it, do that shit, because that's the most important part. You can't forget the part. You got to actually do that shit. You can't just say you're going to do it and then not do it and hope it's just going to fucking happen. You actually got to do the work too.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you an example. So, like, you know, about 2 or 3 years ago, I ended up getting a letter in the mail, and it was for a $2,200 fucking credit card bill that I had to fucking pay. You know, it had already gone into collections. This thing was so damn high that they were actually fucking sending me letters telling me that if I did not set up a payment plan, I was going to be taken to court and possibly face court fees and jail time and shit like that. So I called them up. I was like, I don't know how much money I'm going to be able to give you, but like we worked a deal and I started paying it off. And I was like, I am going to get this thing taken care of. And I tell myself that every day. I'm going to get as much money as I can in order to make sure that this bill is paid. So here we are, current time. I got $600 left on it. That thing's going to be paid off by October of this year. And I have another credit card that I'm paying off that's in debt collecting, that's debt collected. I have a new credit card that I'm paying a minimum on right now. I have a lot of bills, but they're all getting paid. I still have $500 to fucking throw around after all the fucking bills. And on top of that, I keep getting fucking credit card offers.
Well, stay strong and don't open any more new lines of credit.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. Right now, my intention is if I get a better credit card deal than the one that I have right now, I probably will. I'll close out that credit card and open up a bigger credit card. So that way I don't have to, fucking do it. Because let's be real here. We all need money to get to the gathering, right?
All right, guys. Well, it's about an hour and 30 minutes I've been live, and I think I'm going to wrap it all up.
Yeah, we have not midnight, 11.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late. I really appreciate everybody that came onto the stream tonight. Like, without any of you guys' support, I really don't think I would even do any of this stuff. And everybody that supports me in the chat, I really, really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Like, I really do. I know I've met some of you in real life, and you have touched and come into my life and helped me stay positive and keep going and give me a drive to even want to do this YouTube shit again, and give it a second shot, I guess, on my own accord and see where this will get me. So I'm going at the I think my schedule, I'm going to try to do something probably like once a week. Work 2 jobs. It's really hard for me to like dedicate a lot of time to like maybe doing 2 times a week or anything like that. So, but since we're all here, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to be doing like heavy focus on what we're all doing and what the current music scene is going to be doing until the gathering. And then when the gathering time goes around, we're going to be it's going to be going full blast, and it's going to be a good thing. And I will look forward to working alongside, hopefully, Humble. We can work alongside together at the gathering and do a lot of content, maybe alongside each other.
Yeah, I have an idea I want to pitch to you of something that we could do that I think would be really funny. That is in regards to something we were talking about earlier. Yeah, I got to talk to you about that, though.
Cool. Fucking, you already know where my line of connection is.
I think it would make a really funny YouTube video, like almost like a collab video or something. That's something we could do. If you're gonna do what you were telling me that you're gonna try to do, I think we could do a really funny collab. I have an idea that's something funny we could do.
Cool. Well, everybody, let's stay away from hate. Let's keep it positive.
You already know what it is.
Thank you guys so much, everybody watching right now. Thank you for showing up to my first stream. And let's keep this bitch rolling. If you don't like the video by now, please do give it a like. Keep my channel on your like and notification bar if you would, because I really do have some really good ideas, and it's going to be less scuffed coming in the future. So if you can do me a favor and just do all that shit, show Ninja some love. We all in the same family. No reason to hate. And if you do, eat a bowl of poop, dude. And that's for me, Stoney, here at gather.net. Whoop, whoop.
And if you're not subscribed to fucking Stoney, what happens to you?
You're a Jeff.
I heard it right here. Good night, everybody.